Did you know that everything we see in the Americas today, its mountains, rivers, forests, and even its people, is a direct result of the Ice Age? Glaciers the size of entire countries carved out the land. Ancient animals roamed freely, and humans made their first daring steps onto this vast continent. The Ice Age wasn't just a frozen period in Earth's history. It was a time of dramatic transformation. But how exactly did it shape the Americas, and what secrets does it still hold beneath its icy legacy? The Ice Age wasn't a single event. It was a series of glacial and interglacial periods that began over 2.6 million years ago, collectively known as the Quaternary Glaciation. During its peak, around 20,000 years ago, massive ice sheets covered much of North America, extending as far south as present-day Illinois and New York. These glaciers, some of them miles thick, contained so much water that sea levels dropped by hundreds of feet. This exposed land bridges like the Bering land bridge, which connected Siberia to Alaska. This natural highway not only allowed animals to migrate, but also paved the way for the first humans to enter the Americas. These early settlers, ancestors of today's indigenous peoples, would go on to explore and inhabit the diverse landscapes of North and South America. But while the Ice Age facilitated migration, it also left a permanent mark on the land itself. Glaciers acted like colossal sculptors, reshaping the terrain as they advanced and retreated. These immense rivers of ice flattened mountains, carved out valleys, and deposited enormous amounts of sediment, leaving behind features that still define the American landscape. The Great Lakes, for example, were formed by advancing ice sheets that gouged deep basins into the earth. When the glaciers melted, these basins filled with water, creating the largest freshwater lakes in the world. Rivers and valleys were also profoundly influenced by the Ice Age. Glacial meltwater carved out channels, redirected rivers, and created dramatic landscapes like the Columbia River Gorge in the Pacific Northwest. Even mountain ranges like the Rockies and the Appalachians bear the scars of glacial activity. Their U-shaped valleys, sharp peaks, and alpine lakes are all reminders of the Ice Age's relentless power. While glaciers transformed the land, the Ice Age also gave rise to some of the most extraordinary creatures ever to roam the Earth. These massive animals, known as Megafauna, thrived in the harsh conditions of the era. Mammoths, with their thick fur and long, curved tusks, roamed the frozen tundras, while mastodons preferred the forested areas. Saber-toothed cats, like the fearsome Smilodon, were apex predators, using their powerful jaws and massive canine teeth to take down prey much larger than themselves. Meanwhile, giant ground sloths, some standing over 20 feet tall, moved slowly through the landscape, consuming vast amounts of vegetation. These animals weren't just passive inhabitants. They were vital to the ecosystems they lived in. Mammoths and ground sloths helped maintain grasslands by grazing and dispersing seeds, while predators, like saber-toothed cats, controlled herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing. Together, they created a delicate balance that sustained life during this challenging period. As glaciers reshaped the land and megafauna roamed freely, humans were beginning to make their way into the Americas. The most likely route was the Bering Land Bridge, a vast expanse of tundra that connected Asia to North America during the Ice Age. This wasn't just a narrow strip of land. It was a wide, fertile region that supported large herds of animals and the humans who hunted them. Evidence suggests that the first humans arrived in the Americas over 15,000 years ago, though some researchers believe it could have been even earlier. These early settlers, often associated with the Clovis culture, left behind distinctive stone tools, particularly spear points used for hunting large game. Life during the Ice Age was anything but easy. Early humans faced freezing temperatures, dangerous predators, and a constantly shifting environment. Yet they adapted, spreading across the continents and laying the foundation for the rich and diverse cultures that would follow. Around 12,000 years ago, the Earth began to warm, signaling the end of the last ice age. This dramatic shift in climate had profound effects on the Americas. As glaciers retreated, they released massive amounts of meltwater, which caused catastrophic floods and reshaped the landscape once again. One of the most notable events was the Missoula floods, which occurred when an enormous glacial lake in Montana burst through its ice dam. The resulting floods carved out the Columbia River Gorge and left behind massive boulders and other geological features that can still be seen today. Rising temperatures also caused sea levels to increase, flooding coastal areas and submerging the Bering land bridge. This permanently severed the connection between Asia and North America, isolating the continents and reshaping their coastlines. As the Ice Age ended, ecosystems across the Americas underwent dramatic transformations. Grasslands that had supported megafauna gave way to expanding forests, and the changing environment created new challenges for the animals that had thrived during the glacial period. Many species, including mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths, couldn't adapt to the warmer climate and dwindling resources. Their extinction marked the end of an era and had ripple effects throughout the ecosystems they had once dominated. Without megafauna to graze on vegetation or disperse seeds, landscapes began to change, leading to shifts in plant and animal populations. This extinction event, often attributed to a combination of climate change and human hunting, remains one of the great mysteries of prehistory. Despite the end of the Ice Age, its legacy is still visible across the Americas. From the Great Lakes to the Rocky Mountains, the landscapes we see today were shaped by glacial activity. Rivers, valleys, and even the fertile soils of the Midwest owe their existence to the Ice Age's transformative power. The era also left an enduring mark on human history. The first settlers of the Americas adapted to the challenges of the Ice Age, developing tools, strategies, and cultural practices that would influence generations to come. Understanding this period helps us appreciate the resilience of life in the face of immense challenges and offers valuable lessons for our own time. The Ice Age wasn't just a frozen moment in Earth's history. It was a period of incredible change that shaped the Americas as we know them. The glaciers, megafauna, and early humans of this era all played a part in creating the world we live in today. By studying the Ice Age, we gain a deeper understanding of how the past continues to shape the present and the future. Watch the next video to uncover the mysterious disappearance of the Ice Age's giants and how their extinction changed the world forever.